It is getting bad, guys. It is getting worse and worse. Every month we see the numbers and it continues to get bad for the housing market.
This is bad. This is bad.
What am I talking about? Well, my name is Orlando and welcome to my channel. And the inflation numbers came out, guys. And can you believe it? They're worse than last month. I remember when I did a video and I was telling everyone, you know what? Inflation's going to get to 9%. And everyone said, no, Orlando, that's impossible. It's not going to happen. No way. And right now, numbers came out and we're at 8.5% inflation, guys. We haven't seen a number like this for the last 40 years. It is going to continue to get worse before it gets better, but I am here to give you the information to tell you exactly why this is going to not go so well for the housing market. Now, if we look at this chart, guys, we see this inflation going up and down, and then you see this gap here in the middle from 1990 all the way up until we get into 2020 here, and then you just see it skyrocket up. Now, a lot of things have caused this to skyrocket up. Obviously, we had the pandemic, the government pushing out tons and tons of money, giving it into people's hand, and just the spending was going crazy, guys, going crazy. They're also not included in this is we see, obviously we talk about the housing market and how everyone had down payment money because of the stimulus. There was just a mad rush to purchase homes, guys. But let's jump into it. It says here, inflation hits fastest pace since 1981 at 8.5% through March. Okay, inflation hit 8.5% in the United States last month, the fastest 12-month pace since 1981, as a surge in gasoline prices tied to the Russian invasion in Ukraine added sharp increases coming from the collision of strong demand and stubborn pandemic-related supply shortages. Now, guys, we talk about this in the housing market. This is one of the reasons why houses are continuing to go up and up and up, is because even though petroleum is used for gas and we are actually seeing gas prices continue to go up, up, and up, petroleum isn't just used for gas. We use it in plastics. We use it in things that we need for homes, right? So if the price of those items go up, then the prices of homes will go up because you need those things to build homes. Not to include, guys, things that you want to put into your home. You want to put new flooring, you want to put new this and new that. All of those things need some type of petroleum for the base to make those items. So if we cut off the scenario with Russia, with the petroleum and the crisis that's happening back then and there, and we're just using our own, right, or using it from another place, and those prices have went up, then those items will cost more too, guys. And that is what you're seeing in the housing market. Try looking at new construction. New construction, guys, if you haven't tried to go look at, oh, you know what? I'm not going to go buy a house because these guys are overpricing or trying to sell me a house that's over $100,000 over, $50,000 over. Try going to new construction, guys. New construction will blow your mind. It will really blow your mind. You will go there and say, what? You guys want me to pay $500,000 for a ranch 2-bedroom, 2-bath house? Are you, what? Why? It's only a 2,000 square feet home. And you'll just be scratching your head wondering, why does it cost so much to build this home? Well, lumber has went up 2-fold, 3-fold, 5-fold. I don't know where it is right now, but it is going crazy. Like I just said, things like petroleum have went up. Labor is higher now, guys, because now there's a labor shortage, right? So now you have to pay people more to work. Who's gonna pay that cost, guys? You. You're gonna pay the cost. You're gonna pay the cost. Then it says fuel prices jump to a record level across much of the nation and grocery costs soared. Labor Department said that Tuesday in its monthly report on a consumer price index, the price pressures have been painful for American households, especially those in lower incomes, and devote a big share of their budget to necessities. Yes, we know this, right? We just talked about in a couple of videos ago about how everything is going up, but incomes are staying the same. It is stagnant. So prices go up, gas goes up, groceries go up, rent goes up, mortgages go up, houses go up. Everything is going up, but your income stays the same. Your income stays the same. Now, I'm not saying that, these should be red flags, even though they are. But just imagine everything going up, but your income staying the same. Now, that becomes an affordability issue. That also means that people will then stop buying things, which also means that a slowdown will happen in people purchasing and consumerism, right? So what does that possibly mean? That sounds like a recession. Did I just describe a recession? That sounds like a recession, guys. Now, I'm trying to make this as simple as possible as far as people to understand that the red flags are showing when I'm doing these reports on what's happening in the economy, what's happening with the housing market. You start to see these red flags popping up everywhere. You start to see the red flags happening in your own life. Things are becoming to be harder to buy, guys. Just regular items like gas and groceries. So if gas and groceries is starting to become tight on your budget, along with trying to purchase a home, all that stuff is becoming really tight to make happen in your household, then you can almost guarantee, guys, that it's happening in someone else's household. And that's where you see all these red flags popping up and thinking, something's got to give here. And the thing that's going to give is the consumer deciding, I don't want a house. I'm not going to be driving as much. I'm not going to buy as many groceries. Or you have to choose groceries, gas, or a home. Which one are you going to choose? You're going to choose the gas and groceries because that's your livelihood to drive to work. And then obviously we all need food to eat, right? That's a given. That's a necessity. So that is what you're starting to see. And this 8.5% increase in inflation decreases your buying power for everything. This includes homes, this includes gas, groceries that we all just talked about. In fact, several economists said March may be the high water mark for overall inflation. Price increases could begin abating in the coming months, in part because gasoline prices have declined somewhat. I disagree. I think we're going to continue to see inflation increase. I think the high mark may be the 9.5, 10% era, but we will see because the Fed has to come in and decide to be aggressive or not. And they have already said they've made mistakes, and they've made mistakes by not increasing interest rates faster. That means that the Fed is going to do something aggressive. They're going to be in that 0.5% or maybe 0.75%, which is going to send shockwaves, guys. Shockwaves through the housing market. I'm telling you, it is going to knock so many people out of the housing market. It's going to make so many sellers decide, you know what? I don't know, because they have to buy a house with a high interest rate also, unless they're going to jump into the rental market. So we're starting to see how this domino effect can happen in the housing market, and something is going to give, guys. It's going to give. And then lastly, I want to show you guys inflation rates around the world, guys. Look at this. US, China, Japan, all these other places. And what place is the highest? We can't count Venezuela. we can't count Venezuela. But on this map here, on this chart here, who's the highest? We are, guys. We are. And that should be a major red flag, guys. Number one in the world, but number one in the world in inflation too. It's going to happen. A recession is coming upon us, guys. Please look at the red flags, but also too, make sure you do your own research, guys. You're looking to buy a house. You're looking to jump into this market. Make sure you don't overpay. Make sure that you know that you can afford the home. Also, make sure don't give up your rights of giving up an appraisal, not doing inspections, and all of that stuff, guys. So I hope you got value out of this content. I'm gonna need you to check out this next video here. It will help you learn all about this crazy housing market and also get into your first rental property and learn all things finance. Also, check in the description and jump into our membership program. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks.